How long
Sure.
have you been a realtor?
Coming up on 4 years in May.
Okay. And the reason why I met you is through this online platform that you decided. Have you always been huge on social media? And again, I know a little bit about why you started it, but I think it's genius. So if you want to dive into this group that I'm talking about and what made you decide to do this.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny because it wasn't like a vision I necessarily had. It was kind of multiple visions that one kind of project was like, "Aha, this is what I could do with this." So, social media-wise, I was bigger more on, like, my personal accounts. I don't know why, I just never really focused much on my real estate page just because my personal was doing
Okay,
so
let me
well.
pause you
Like,
for a second. Let's tell the audience, because we're going to be live on this, what
okay.
exactly we're talking about. What is your real estate group that you created? And it is literally taken off. We'll go into that more, but what is it called for everyone to find it? What's the Instagram handle and go into that.
Women real estate agents of social media. Instagram handle is official WRSM. We go by WRSM just because women real estate agents of social media is quite a mouthful. But it is an organization made up of one female agent per US market. We are obviously still growing, so if anyone's interested in finding out if their market's still available, we have an inquiry form in our bio on our Instagram page, so definitely fill that out and I will reach out either way. We have a wait list too, so if your spot's taken, we will reach out if it becomes available. But yeah, it's one agent per US market, and while referrals happen, that's not necessarily what we're all about. We focus on social media, growing our social media. So we have weekly social strategy calls. We have a very popular speaker series. We just had one yesterday with Rachel Adams Lee, who's a
It was
very
great.
popular
It
real
was
estate
really, really
social
good.
media coach. Yeah,
Yeah.
we were still talking about it in the group about how great it was. We have Glenda Baker coming on in March. This happens on the first Tuesday of every month. So truly like the best in the industry, and I'm not just saying that.
It really is. Yeah.
They're great, and then we have a really nice community. Like, all of these girls have kinda become a sisterhood, and we have a group chat on Instagram, which probably sounds, like, very overwhelming because there's so many of us, but we chat every single day, and we it's like anytime someone has a question or an idea or anything, we just throw it in the group chat, and it's like there's always someone right there ready to answer it for you, so
I love
that
the
has been.
community. Yeah, I love it, and I'm not even as involved. I am part of her community, but, like, I'm not even as involved in it as I should be because everyone's so they're great, but it's like the group you go in, you're like, "I'm a little bit lost because everyone's
Yeah, yeah.
always talking because everyone loves it so much, you know?
Everyone's always chatting and people are like, "Wait, I just caught up
Miss,
with the
like
group chat over the last,
yeah,
like, week. What is going on?" And I'm like, "Why don't you move it over to, like, a Facebook page?" And I'm like, "I've tried." Like, we have a Facebook page, and I've been like, "Hey, guys, post your questions over there, post your referrals over there," and everyone just loves the group chat, which is so funny because it's like best friends just chatting every single day. But yeah, it's a great community, and my ideas kinda came from one, I've never been a part of an organization or, like, a referral organization
what
necessarily,
brokerage
but
are you with?
I'm with Trio Realtors, so we're a boutique
Okay,
firm in Cincinnati,
okay,
Ohio. We're not a part of
okay.
any, like, big
Oh my
umbrellas.
goodness, my mind is like, "You need to come." I'm not recruiting you. You need to go to a brokerage like EXP because I need to get GoGo on, and then bring all these agents with you.
You have no idea how many times I
Mind
hear that.
blown.
I know, I hear
We'll
that
talk about that not on camera, but yeah.
I hear that a lot. But yeah, we're a small little team, small but mighty in Cincinnati, and I'm also licensed in Northern Kentucky.
Oh, wow, okay.
But yeah, I'm on all these, like, Facebook groups for, like, moms in real estate and these, referral groups, whatever, and I would get so frustrated because people would post, "Hey, I'm looking for an agent in Cincinnati, Ohio." If I'm 5 minutes too late, like, I've done missed that opportunity, especially when
Yes.
there's hundreds of thousands of members in that group, and I'll comment and be like, "Hey, me," but it's like, they probably already just picked the first person that they saw pop up. Same for me too, like, if I have a referral in another state, I don't necessarily know agents very well in, like, Alaska, Hawaii,
Yeah.
Oklahoma, North Dakota, so it's actually funny because I just had a neighbor say, "Hey, I am moving to Maine. Do you have an agent in Maine?" I'm like, "Actually, yes, I do, but if you would've asked me a year ago, no, I wouldn't have." Like,
Yes,
why would I
and I
know
love it
anyone
because
in
you
Maine?
know who you're referring to. You're not
Yes.
just blindly calling someone, you're like, "No, I actually these are all women like-minded in the same
Mhm.
community who we actually like and we know sell." you know?
Exactly, yeah, that was my thing too, was I was just telling someone yesterday, I have a very high expectation for the level of service I give my clients, and then if I'm referring them to somebody else, that reflects me
It
too,
really
so I don't want
does.
them to come back and be like, "Who is this person? They never answer my texts, my calls, they don't send me any listings," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. I told you they were all these things, and they're not doing that." So,
Yeah.
the beauty of this group is we are more exclusive and selective, like, I do a little bit of an interview process when I bring agents on because I wanna make sure that if they're the go-to agent for the city, if I have a referral there or any of us have a referral there, we are confident that they will
Okay,
be
so
taken.
let me ask you a question. This is a little bit irrelevant, but who is Alyssa? Like, who are you beyond just a realtor? Because I would
I
hear this
am
all the time because when we say we're a realtor, we also, it's a job, but it's
yeah,
not. It's a lifestyle. Like, we literally become, we're like known. That's part of our personality now. Does that make sense? But
yeah,
who are you other than real estate?
I love that question. So, if you'd have asked me this before I became a mom, it probably would have been a different
The same
answer.
thing with being a mom, because you're a
Yeah,
mom. But what else are
it's
you? Who is Alyssa?
right. Yeah. I mean, I'm very much an extrovert. I love connecting with people. I love being a connector, and something that this group has given me is the ability to do that and connect people together, put them in rooms that they otherwise would not have been in. And yeah, that's under real estate, but also that's just a part of who I am in my everyday life, family, friends. I'm always thinking like how I can introduce people to each other that would benefit them in other ways. So, I think some might say this is a strength, some might say this is not so much a strength, but I really put others in their needs and how I can benefit them, sometimes more so above my own. But
Okay.
it's benefited me. I like to be out. I'm an extrovert, like I said. I like to make new friends. That's why real estate's a great business for me. I love going out in my city. I love my city of Cincinnati. Like I think it's slept on from other states who don't know much about it. I love to go out to eat, try new restaurants, coffee shops, go to parks. We love going on walks with our dogs. Love hanging out with friends, going to the museum. Ever since becoming a mom, I really am like just reliving my childhood, like through
How
my
many kids do
through
you
my
have?
one. I have one son, he will be 2 in
One.
January, so
Okay. Oh, that's such a young age. Are you guys gonna have more kids or no? I hate that question. I used to hate that question. Isn't that like a
so
loaded question? You're like, why are you asking me? I just had one 2
no,
years
no,
ago.
I appreciate that question a lot. Something about me too is, like, ever since becoming a mom, I am so like, I've always been feminist and, like, go women, but becoming a mom shines a whole new light on it. Like, women are
Yes.
incredible, and that's another reason I started this group is because I'm like, working moms like, if you know a working mom, I'm always like, "Go give her a hug because you have no idea."
It
Even
is.
stay-at-home
It's
moms.
a
Any mom
lot.
in general is a freaking superhero, and I can't stress that enough. But to answer your question, will I have more kids? I think I will. I think I'll have one more. It's kind of funny. Before I had my son, I always wanted like 3 to 4 kids. I got pregnant with my son literally a year into real estate, which I think maybe I should have waited a little bit longer because I didn't have the support lined up that I needed yet for my
Okay.
business to really thrive. I was really sick during my pregnancy. My son was colic. Any
Oh,
moms who
wow.
are listening who may have endured that, like running
Yeah.
a business, being as sick as I was, and then having a colicky baby who cried 99% of the time, it is literally impossible to just keep your shit straight and then other
So
people's
how did you do it? What did you do? Do you like, where's your son now when you're working?
oh god. So we finally figured out his issues, we got it all put together. I stepped away from real estate for a
Did
large part of
you?
2024, like, I kept coming back and then something else would happen, like, he'd need surgery or something, and I'm like,
Oh,
"Oh my god, it's
no.
the universe telling me I need a break." So I referred a lot of my business out in 2024, which I hated doing, but I was like, "I've gotta focus on my mental health." I was suffering with postpartum depression. It was just we had to
It's
move, we
so
had
real.
to
I appreciate you saying this though, because this
yeah,
is real. This is stuff that
yeah.
we deal with that people sometimes don't talk about. I don't know why.
Oh
You
my gosh,
know?
if you would have told 2024 me I'd be where I am now with this community that I have on a call with you talking about that, like, I'm gonna tear up because I would have been like, "You're joking." Like, I was this close to quitting real estate. I was on Indeed looking for part-time, like, customer service jobs because
Yeah.
I'm like, "I gotta be home with my son, he needs me." My husband lost his job, and we had to sell this is very vulnerable, but we had to sell our dream house because all of our money was tied up in the renovations that
Yeah.
we were doing for that. We had to move on top of having a colicky newborn, postpartum depression,
Oh my gosh, so much all
all
at
this stuff.
once.
So we figured it out. Like, my husband and I, we did it somehow, and we still don't know how, and we talk about it probably once a day, like, "How the hell did we do that?" Sorry if I can't say that one here. But,
Oh god, I don't care. This is a no filter. If you see like where it says I was the problem, I didn't even go into this yet. I was the problem until I wasn't. Like you'll
yeah,
the more you get to know me, I'm a
mhm,
full open book. So
yeah.
this
And
isn't about me though.
I love that too, because I found, like, last year I was getting to a point where I was making a lot of excuses for myself, and I was pitying myself, and I'm like, "This is not me." I don't like those type of people. So towards the end of the year, I told my husband, we moved, I was like, "I'm putting my son in daycare full time. I know we don't really have, like, the funds to do that because I
Mhm.
haven't really been working and you lost your job, but I we're putting him in daycare full time." We found oh my god, we found the best sitter. She's literally our neighbor, okay? Like,
Oh, I love it.
God
Yeah.
said she's so cheap. Put him in daycare full time. I was like, "Let me just grind it out for the
Don't
first
listen to this if you're her neighbor because her prices you don't want to raise her prices
She
on
is
you.
I think a large part of it is, like, we don't have to drive to her, like, we literally just walk him over, we're like, "Here you go," or, like, she'll come pick him up if I'm, like,
And you
hurrying to
trust
get ready in
her.
the morning.
It's so
Yeah,
hard to trust people with your
she
children.
is the best thing to ever happen to us and our
Yeah.
family, truthfully, and my son loves her to death, like, he hates when I come pick him up because
Really?
he's like, "I don't wanna leave Emily's," but yeah, so I was like, "Let me just trust me. Let me put him in daycare full time. Let me grind it out." Like, when I first joined real estate, I hit the ground running, and I sold in Ohio, this is a lot, okay, I sold 20 homes in my first year.
Okay.
I
That is
didn't
great. I'm coaching a new agent right now, and she said that a last brokerage she came from told her that for your first 3 years, 36 months, your goal should be 10 homes. And I was like, fuck no. Like, whoever tells you that, don't stay with their brokerage. Come with me because that's bullshit. But 20 years in your first home in your first year as a brand new agent is a
yeah.
lot. So
Yeah, and
that's
I was
amazing.
licensed in a
Yeah.
state that I didn't have a sphere
With a
in,
baby, with like a young child.
so he wasn't born yet when I started real
Okay.
estate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still 20 is a lot. Okay.
Yeah,
Scratch that. But no.
I was nervous because I didn't have a sphere. I lived in the Kentucky side, my whole sphere is in Ohio. I was licensed in only Kentucky at the time, but I just, like, did word of mouth, took a lot of referrals, and that kinda goes back into, like, your question about social media. I didn't really focus on it too much at the beginning because I didn't need to. Like,
Yeah.
everything was just kind of sent to me, and it was a really different market back then, like, it was very easy to pick up leads in
It was.
2022,
It was
but,
so easy. Yeah.
yeah. So, beginning of the year, I'm like, "I don't wanna cold call, I don't wanna door knock, like, that is bleh, no." I wanna get back into my love for social media, and so I had 300 followers on my real estate page, and I only
Okay.
ever posted, like, once every 2 months, and it would be like, "Oh, yeah, here, I sold a couple homes. Call me." Like, it was nothing great. I used my brokerages templates that were not my brand at all.
Wow. Okay.
I'm
But
getting
you
my
were consistent with coaching or with not coaching, with posting, right? Is that what you're just kind of like, or were you just kind of posting
I was
whatever?
not consistent. I like,
Okay.
especially going through all that stuff with my son, like, that was, like, the last thing on my mind.
Okay. Okay.
I did a few years before I started real estate, I started, like, a blog, and that my Instagram on that did very well. That account got deleted, it got hacked and deleted, and it was growing
Uh,
so fast, and that
Same
kinda
thing in
just
my freaking TikTok. As I am like, I was monetizing them too with my TikToks, and I was like, I'm
yep,
not
I was
doing this again.
monetizing it, brand
So
deals, all the
stupid.
things, I was like, "I love this." So, yeah, long story short, I went back and I was like, "That's what I'm gonna focus on, social media, January." And then the WRSM group happened, and I'm at almost, I think, like, 1,300 followers, which is 1,000 followers in 9 months, that I've grown, so that's pretty great, and then I'm also growing the WRSM Instagram page, again, that's official WRSM,
Yeah.
and we are at almost 800 followers since we launched end of March.
It's like, okay, so let's go into this and I kind of want to dive into like how this all blew up so fast because
Yeah,
you said you were on the news, right? You were on the news, I mean, you were interviewed by so many people. It's like instant fame, essentially, right? To anybody looking outside, you're like, well, look at her run. And you are my kind of people. I love people who are like, no excuses. I need this for my family. I'm doing this.
yeah.
What do you think shifted in your mind? Like I coach on mindset. Like that is my biggest thing. People, and it's again, I was the problem. People, even though like things don't happen to you, you take accountability. But like what do you think was your mindset shift that you're like, I'm doing this, like I'm running?
I'm very on the mindset thing too of, like, instead of thinking, like, "I can't be successful and do what I want to do, because that was very much my mindset last year. I was like, I can't do everything that I want to do and be a mom. Like it's too much. Switching my mindset to being like, when I'm not any less of a mom by choosing myself and doing what, like, I was in a very low spot and I was like, I need to get back to what
100%.
makes me happy, which is social media, selling real estate. Like, genuinely, my job brings me a lot of joy. The connections, my team that I have here at Trio, like, they bring me so much joy, and so I'm like, I need to find and get back to those, like, those roots and the pre-baby things that I found joy in. So I was just like, honestly, it's like, just do it. Just, like, don't wait for anyone to come and tell you what to do, or don't wait for don't wait to think like you have to have a set plan in place. Just like WRSM is a perfect example. I did not have a plan for this. It literally, and it's still to this day, is like, okay, we'll do this now. Okay, we're gonna do that. Okay, cool. Like, this is a good idea. Like, I was on a call earlier and I'm like, oh, we could implement that. Like, it wasn't, you just gotta do it and then you'll find your way.
I'm gonna stop. The first call with you guys, I was like, I sound really bad, but it's the truth. The first call I got on, I was like, what are we doing? Like,
But yeah,
because
that
everyone's
was
just
me. I'm
like,
like,
hey. And I
yeah,
was like, okay, number one, these are all women, which is amazing because I'm a very woman's woman, but, and I'm like, everyone is really nice, which is another thing. But then I was like, what's this call about? I don't really know, but I like it, but I don't know what we're doing, you know?
that's
And now
like,
it's turned into like structure meetings. Like, it's like, holy shit, this whole thing just like turned
I'm like,
very
'cause
productively,
when
you
you
know?
have people, like, relying on you and they're like, "Okay, what's next, Alyssa? You're leading us." I'm like,
Yeah.
"I gotta do it." Like, so I'm like, VRSM, same with my real estate business. I'm like, "I can't fail." Like, I've got a whole country of
Yes.
women watching me. Like, it's been a
Yes.
great form of accountability for myself. But that's so funny that you said that because
I'm like, should I tell her this or not? I mean, you're not there now, so
it's so true. I'm like, people are probably like, "What is this girl trying to do?" But when I did that, so the whole group started from that video, that trend that I was thinking, okay, Women's History Month, one agent from every state. I contacted a few agents. They're like, "Oh, this is great." They like loved it. I'm like, "Oh, really? Okay, cool." And they're like, "I know other agents," and I think like you were brought to me from somebody else,
yeah,
and
from Beth. Okay.
yeah, and so the video happened, and then I just threw everyone in a group chat, that same group chat that we still have to this day. And I'm like, I'm tired of updating everyone individually, so I'm just gonna throw you all in here. And then I remember Emily Rios from Washington was like, "We should do monthly or quarterly masterminds," and
Yeah.
I'm like, "Who's hosting these masterminds?" That was literally my thought, and I'm, like, afraid to tell people that too, because 'cause I'm like, "I was just trying to do a fun, cute little reel," and then everyone's like, "Yes, yes, let's do it. Let's plan a call." So I'm like,
But I think do you think it helps your business now though? Like
yeah,
your real
so much.
estate. What you
Oh my
said
god.
to me, what you just said, like resonates so much. You said, now I can't fail. Like
Yeah,
everyone's watching me.
yeah.
Everyone's from the outside is probably like, oh my God, look what she created. And you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna do it because I don't want to fail.
I went through and I'm still going through such bad imposter syndrome with it because, like, I'll tell my broker, I'll vent to him, and I'm like, "These agents, oh, definitely do more business than I do. They've been in it way longer than I have." Like, some of them have been doing it longer than I've been alive, it feels like. So, the fact that they come to me, like, a lot of them message me individually and like, "Hey, what would you do in this scenario? Can we hop on a call? I wanna pick your brain." I'm like, I know what I'm doing. At the end of the day, like, I know what I'm doing, but I'm
Yes.
also like, "Me?"
Oh,
I'm like,
I love it.
so
Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay, sure." And then
But
it's
that
like,
goes to show too that time in the business doesn't necessarily mean like we're always learning stuff. We're
yeah,
always evolving, you
yeah,
know?
yeah,
Real estate
100%,
is
yeah.
more so the people business more than anything.
Yeah, WRSM has, I mean, I've gotten so many referrals, and then, like, just being, on the news, on the radio for it. I've also gotten in contact with other founders of similar organizations like Taylor Hunt from Momword. Her and I have, kind of become friends, and we
Yeah, I
text.
think like everyone knows her too.
Yeah, everyone, so, like, she's been a huge support. She's our Columbia agent in WRSM. I joined Momword, went to Momword Live, where I got to meet a bunch of WRSM members, and then through that, I think I've gotten, like, 3 client referrals. I just closed one 2 weeks ago. I just got another one 2 days ago and then I have a listing coming up from it in a couple weeks. So,
So, what would you explain to someone new getting into the business? What do you feel like real estate is? Again, and we're selling homes,
mhm.
but like beyond just like sticking in the MLS, because obviously you know that neither of us do that. Stick the homes in the MLS. Like, what do you feel is the one thing that defines like what you are as a realtor beyond just selling homes? If that makes sense.
It's definitely a relationship business, and I feel like everyone
Yes.
says that, but if you're not good with people, you are not going to survive. Like, if you don't like people, if you don't like talking, I know I've met a lot of agents who feel, they're still struggling with their confidence, and, like, you don't have to be super confident, but I always say, "Fake it till you make it." Like, jump in this business and just, like, when I didn't have so I had a mentor when I started, and then she ended up leaving real estate, like, a month in. So then I didn't really have a mentor, and I'm like, "I don't know what I'm doing." Like, I'm writing my first contract, I'm like, "Fake it till you make it, just do it." Like,
I love it.
and then if someone was like, "Hey, why did you do it this way?" "Oh my god, I don't know why, I'm just having such a crazy busy day, and I totally slipped." And, like, they're like, "Oh, yeah, no worries, it happens." And it's like, no one really thinks that much about it like you might, so you just kinda gotta
Uh-huh.
play it off, and then as you make those mistakes, you will learn that you grow. And another thing with mindset, like, you're gonna have deals that fall out. You're gonna work your butt off on some deals. You know this. Every agent who's been doing this for a while knows this. You're gonna
Oh
work your butt
man.
off forever, and then it's gonna literally get to the closing table, and something's gonna happen, and it's not gonna close, and you're gonna be like, "I was supposed to get paid like 15 grand today, and now I'm getting 0." And I've known a lot of agents where it's like, "I need to go back to my part-time job. I need to go back to my full-time job." Like, you have to go into this business knowing that that's gonna happen, and you
Yeah.
cannot let that.
You can't count on deals until they close. I
No.
just had a deal. Well, it's closing now, but it's a 1.4 million dual agents cash as is deal, the easiest deal ever,
Mhm.
right? So you figure 5% on 1.4 and cash as is, literally ready to close.
It's gonna happen,
And
yeah.
the buyer like essentially was like, I don't know if I'm gonna close anymore, and like ghosted for a little while. Like, what?
Yeah.
They came back because obviously you threatened suing. I don't know if I could even say this legally, so whatever, but whatever.
Yeah. You
And
would do
now
it.
they're closing, but I was like, holy shit, if we can't even keep a $1.4 million, like we can't keep a cash as is deal to close, like what are good of our
You
contracts? But
cannot feel
you can't count
secure.
on anything until it closes.
No.
Anything can happen,
And
you
that's
know?
why I think they say like 80% of agents fail in their first year. And just in okay, so I'll be 4 years in May, so 3.5 years. I've brought on a lot of new agents to our team, and I try to I try to always give them that pep talk because I really don't wanna see them come in just to leave. It feels like they just don't get it until they're in it, you know? And most of them have left and gone back to their previous full-time job or part-time, gotten
Yeah.
and
It's, like, so sad. It's like, no, just
and
get through that time. Like,
yeah,
believe in yourself. You have the confidence to believe in yourself, you know?
especially when you see that they
It is
have
hard.
potential, and you're just like, "No, just I promise
Yeah.
to take it," but you're gonna have those
You
deals
see,
that question everything.
there is you ever hear oh, there we go. Sell it like Sirhan and brand it like Sirhan. I'm assuming
I
you know who Ryan
literally love
Sirhan
Ryan
is.
Serena. I don't know if you've seen Owning Manhattan comes out season 2 comes out on Friday.
Did you read this book?
No, but I need to.
So, what's
I have
really
to
funny
finish
about
it.
this book, I know I have he's like my favorite. So Ryan Sirhan, I know a few of his team members post us, repost us. But anyways, so what's cool about this book is that you literally said, "Fake it till you make it." If you read this book, he got casted for the show Owning Manhattan, or not Owning Manhattan. Which one was it? Shit, the other show. He got casted.
Oh, the
What
one
was
that he
the
was
one
on,
with
like,
the
when he was
three?
younger?
Yes.
Yeah.
What
It's
is
like
it?
House.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're not gonna even go into that. I'll remember as soon as we get off here. But the one where literally it's what you know what I'm talking about. It's his
Yeah, I know
original
what
show
you mean.
before Owning Manhattan's his show. But
Yeah.
the show that he got casted for, he wasn't even like a top broker at all. And when I was reading this, he said along the lines of like, I knew that I had to pretend I had to sell because when this comes out the next year, like I can't be just an agent who doesn't sell that just faked it.
Yeah.
He literally faked the show, faked who he was, and just had to come up with it, and then he had to make himself the person he said he was on the show when it actually aired. So
Yeah.
it's like someone so many times, like we just have to come in, get the confidence and just do it. Figure it out along the way.
Ask for the job you want, like, if you want to be in a certain position, act like you're already in that position. Nobody
Yeah.
knows, like, nobody's
See what's
paying that much
crazy
to
about right now is that I literally mentioned his new show but I don't remember the show that he originally started on.
Let me look it up really quick.
Sir, you know what I'm talking about? And it's, yeah.
I've had Nora, the social media manager for WRSM, I'm like, "Reach out to Ryan to speak on one of our call." Never gonna happen,
Oh
like,
my
he's
goodness,
never
can you
gonna see this,
imagine?
but she's like, "Yeah,
I
yeah,
think he
I'll do
might
it."
see this. I know a little
Ryan,
bit
if you wanna hop
Jeffrey
on
from his
this.
show. Jeffrey, shout out to you if you wanna share this with Brian. Jeffrey's actually pretty cool. I talked to him a few times,
We
and
are
he's
having
I don't know if you
we
know
are
who he
having
is, but
Eleonora Srugo come on in January. She's from Selling the City.
you're what? Wait, what? How did that
You
even
didn't see my
happen?
announcement?
No, see, there's too many emails. They're
I
not too
know.
many. They're great. I just wait, what?
Yeah,
What? How did that
Eleanor
happen?
I so that first video that we did, one
She's
of the
amazing,
girls
by the way. I've talked to her a
mm,
few times too. She's
I
so
literally
humble. I'm
she's
like,
so
how are you
sweet.
messaging me back?
I know, she does message you back, like, she's very quick and, like, so chill. I'm like, "Do you know who you are?" Like, I don't know. But,
Yeah, she has no I mean, now she doesn't know who she is, but she's so fucking humble, which is
she
like,
is business, like, I tell people, like, "Oh, yeah, I got, like, a Selling the City, like, Selling Sunset person on the call," and they're like, "What are they really gonna teach about real estate? Isn't that just, like, staged?" I'm like, "No, no, no,
sells.
she sells." Yeah, I'm like
Oh, wait, go back to this. Okay, how did you even get her on the show? How did this happen?
so,
Not in the show. Not in
I
the
just
show.
been
I'm saying show because 'cause we're recording a
yeah, yeah,
podcast,
yeah.
but what?
So I just she was gonna be in the original collab, but I didn't get her clip in time, and she's
Wait,
very busy.
really?
Hey, yeah, she was
How
gonna
much
be the
does she
New York
sell a year?
how much does she sell a year? She sent me over her market kit. Oh god, it's
Sorry,
like
I'm all over the place. This is someone, guys, who literally is I would call her famous, you
yeah,
know?
she was the star of
Um,
Selling the City. She has her own team with, Douglas Elliman.
wow.
She's Selling the
So
City is
you
a
reached
part
out
of
to her,
Selling
she
the
was
City.
gonna be part of this group.
Yes.
Get her part of this group.
We have a New York City agent, and I would have loved to have her in the collab, but part of the group is also, like, getting people who don't have that big of an
I know.
audience
Yeah.
yet to
But anyways, okay, sorry, go back. So you just
yeah.
literally DM'd her and she said, "Yeah, I'll do it."
Yeah, so I did she ended up asking to see the video, how it turned out, and so I sent it to her, and she's like, "I love this." I'm like, "We do have speaker series every month if you wanna hop on." She's like, "Yeah, shoot me an email."
When
It
is
was
she
a
coming
lot of
on?
huh?
When is she coming on?
January 3rd,
Oh, the next one is out what? Okay. And I'm
next month.
speaking at the next one. Oh, I have to follow her?
You speak, I think, end
I
of
thought it was February.
February.
So I have to follow her month.
We'll have one more before because we
Okay,
have one
good.
at the beginning of the month, and then we have another one
Thank you,
at
because I'm
yeah, I
not
know,
gonna
I'm
compare
like,
to her at all.
Glenda
You just
Baker
said, "Yeah,
is
I know." You're not definitely.
Glen
Yeah.
Glenda Baker is on, March too, so I'm like, "Oh my
Wow.
gosh, you have Eleonora and Glenda," and I'm like, "That's just like, how am I gonna keep up with that for the rest of 2026?"
Crazy.
But we do have a
Wow.
really good lineup, like, GoGo is gonna GoGo Becky's,
Yeah.
gonna be on there, I think, in the spring, um, but yeah,
This is gonna
I
blow
did
up even more than it is right now. Get ready.
Eleonora did agree to doing a collab post as well, so I don't think anyone else has done one.
You
They
should
shared it
fly out and meet with her and do, like for real.
I
It should be
know.
it's so good for your business. Again,
I've
I work with Grant
contemplated that.
Cardone, like, our team, like, this it's really good. The people you know like that
Yeah.
is gonna expand your business so much.
I did kind of brainstorm that. I did bring that up to Nora. I didn't expect her to claim, like, the first soonest available spot. I was like, "We have January or we have August," and they were like, "January." And so I'm like, "Okay, like, that's fine." But I think that I did that with Taylor. I flew out when we did a collab with
Oh, I
Momword
didn't
and
see that.
selling her ticket. I
Wow.
flew out to Columbia, South Carolina, and we did some videos. That was in June, but yeah, I'm open to anything. It was just a lot of follow-up though with Eleanor, like, she's very busy, so I would DM her, we'd kinda chat, tell her more about it, she'd be gone. A month later,
See,
I'd be like, "Hey girl, me again. You wanna do this?" And then she'd be like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, what da, da, da," and we'd talk, and then nothing. And they'd be like, a month later, "Hi, it's me. Yeah, I still really want you on this." And then finally she was like, "Here's my email. Here's my assistant's email." I emailed her. She responded almost immediately. I was like, "Thank you so much for thinking of me. I love this." I guess they were kind of checking out the website, the Instagram, and she really liked it. And she was like, "This is exactly something that I would speak on."
you are the perfect example of someone because a lot of people get like and I'm not like that. I feel like I'm like you. I'm like, I don't care who you are, where you came from. We all start somewhere.
Yep.
But so many people get caught up in, oh my gosh, I don't want to surround myself or I'm intimidated. I don't want to reach out to someone. Who am I? And that's where people stop their growth. People get so limited because they surround themselves around people who are doing less than them. So they are the big one of the group, or they're the most productive, or the most successful of the group. But what you're doing by doing that is limiting yourself to where you're, and what I'm doing, we're reaching out to people who are doing way beyond what we're doing to establish those connections so we can
Should
become like that
always
as
be, like,
well.
the smallest one in any room.
Absolutely.
That means you're
Have you always been like that, to think that way?
Yes. I've
Okay.
always been like my dad, honestly, I credit it to my dad because when I was younger, I would want something and he'd be like, he'd always say, "You never know unless you try. The worst they can say is no." So that has been ingrained in my brain since I
Yeah,
was
I
young. I'm
love
like,
it.
and I tell that to everyone, the worst they can say is no. Like if I want to be on like a co-listing with my broker, worst you can say is no. Like,
Right.
and most of the time they say yes. It's like,
Yeah. Question, we are going on time. Are you fine to continue to talk a little bit more, or do you have to
oh,
jump off?
yep, I kind of
Okay.
blocked off till 2, so whenever
Oh,
you guys
perfect. Okay. No, that's great. I just want to make sure, just be respectful of your time. But yeah.
I'm great as long as you are, but
Yep.
yeah, so I've just been I'm known like, all my friends know me to be like, "She's going and she's getting like, she gets what she wants." And not to say that in, like, a cocky way, but I do get what I want because
So
I
what
don't
do you want? What is the end goal? What's your 5-year plan, or not even that? What's your 10-year plan? Like, big goals. What is that? What does it look like for you?
my 10-year
Like, don't
plan,
overthink it. Just blurt it out. Like, what is it? Who are you? What are you gonna do?
I want I genuinely, I want WRSM to be the go-to referral organization for not just the members, but for any agent who's not even a member, or if there's just a client on the street that's like, "I'm moving to a different state and I don't know any agents, like, let me look on WRSM's website for who they refer or recommend," you know?
You know what's crazy is that I asked you, what do you want? And you still go back to helping other people. Did you see
That's
what you did?
Yeah, I know, that's
It's
my job,
great.
like, I
It's
do want
good.
that though,
This is
'cause
why you're having the success, though.
it does benefit me to help other people though in the end, like, being that person that people think of when they need something is that's all I want, like, I want to be the resource and the connector, and that is a big enough compliment for me, genuinely, and I'm not just saying that, but that gives me the freedom to do what I want with, like, traveling with my family, grow I would love to grow my family and have at least one more child, so I do want to get my business to a place where it's kind of running, automated, kinda doing its own thing, and I don't have to worry about skipping soccer games or, family
Mhm.
events. I'm kinda getting to that point now already, but I'd like to be the person that can also teach others how to get there and do it. Like, my goal to start a team was a 2026 goal. It's like
Okay.
2026, I wanna have an assistant, a TC, a showing assistant, and I literally did all of that in, like, April of this year.
So you have a
So,
team. How many people do you have working under your team right now?
I have a TC, I have Nora, who is she wears a lot of hats. She's my assistant, my social media person for both my page and WRSM, and then she does all things WRSM too. Like, she's the website, she's the
Okay.
templates, all of that. I kinda tell her what I want, and she makes it happen. But then she also helps with my real estate business too. And then my next like, I've kinda have people that help me with showings, like, I'll reach out and I'll be like, "I'll pay you this," but I don't have, like, a set person. That is
Okay.
something I just kinda started recently, like, really looking into 'cause
Hiring. Yeah.
yeah, I'm licensed in 2 states, and a lot of people are only licensed in one or the other.
Yeah.
So, they like, when you have, like, a Supra or Century Key or whatever, like, they have to be able to access that,
Right.
and they
Yeah.
can't have that license in that state, so that's been tricky. I might have to have, like, 2, one for Ohio, one for Kentucky, but if I could get that and then I'd also have a so I'm all about I try to make my team, like, work from home moms, like, moms who want to keep
I love it.
their kids home, but want, like, some income for themselves, and so their schedule is very flexible. I don't
Do you
tell them
ever
when they
bring
work.
like a kid with the showing? Like, I have videos, if you see, my daughter's in like a lot of my videos, and I
Yeah,
make it
yeah,
fun, you know?
yeah, I do bring my son when I have to. He's kind of insane.
With listings a little hard, but
Yeah,
buyers.
well, so when my
You
son
say he's
was
insane, he's a little boy.
a baby, I brought him to a showing and he puked on the couch because he had really bad
No.
reflux, And I was like and then he was colicky, so I'd bring him to a showing and he'd cry the whole time, and I'm like, "I
Yeah,
can't do this," and now he's just like I'm like, "He's gonna break something." Usually, I have
yeah,
it
so
where,
maybe
like, I
not.
have
Yeah,
we live 5 minutes down the street from family, like, I'm plopping him down at your place, running the show this town. I usually don't have to take him, but
that's
I'm not
good.
used to it.
I
Yeah,
always
but,
feel
like
like real estate is just it's a lifestyle because you're taking calls, and I used to have my kids out of my marketing, and actually, I don't know if my other one does, but I one time, a client called me at, like, 8:30 at night and was very upset with me that my child, who's now 7, was crying in the background, and I was like, "Well, I answered my call, you know?" And they were like, "I cannot believe you didn't tell me you had kids," and I was like, "Did I have to?" Like so now and then she was
you wouldn't
also
expect
upset
anyone
because
else in,
I
like, a
was married
corporate
to a man, so she don't like men or kids, and I was like, "Well, I'm married with kids, so I'm definitely" but she used it tried to use it against me, which is, like, mind-blowing to me, so now I'm like, open book, I had a picture of my family
yeah,
there, I have kids, so I will answer. You may hear a child. I'm gonna put it all out there because it's crazy, though, that
yeah.
people just
Most
whatever.
people I run into, they are totally, like, understanding, and they're like, "You tell me when your availability is, I know you have a son." I did just have probably my first one where she was like, "I'm gonna go with an agent." I had been showing her houses for a couple months. She had a buyer agreement signed with me. It expired. I was like, "Let's extend it." She's like, "I'm gonna go with an agent that, um, uh, my brother recommended." I can't say for sure, but last time I showed her houses, she wanted to see one very last minute that was not on her plan. I'm like, "I really don't I really try not to miss bedtime routine with my son because when I'm not around, he is not like, if he I can tell when he's missing me, and his
Yeah.
attitude is just different, his behavior struggles, so I really, really try not to miss bedtime routine. Like, he goes to bed at 7, so I try to be home no later than, like, 6:15. And I think some people just want that, like, you're available at any second that I want you to
And
be.
that's okay. I've learned because 'cause I've been around real estate now for so long. I'm a lot older than you. But I've been doing it for so long, and I've come to the realization that, like, sometimes I don't even take listings because 'cause I'm like they're like, "We're gonna list with you." I'm like, "I just don't think we align." Like, it's so good to also protect your peace as a realtor,
Mhm.
because sometimes you get that one client who is so needy of you, or expects, like, high demanding, and you have to set boundaries, and it's hard in our business, but sometimes it's okay, and it actually causes more stress to have the wrong clients.
Yeah, I used to never say no before I had my son. I said yes to like, I was any showing, anything,
Yeah.
at any time, I was like, "Yes," and I'm like, "Well, that's how I get all this business. That's how I've sold this many houses, and I'm still so new." But when you become a mom, your time is not your own, like, you your kid will tell you when you're, like, slacking, and you're like,
Yeah.
I need to be home."
They
So,
will, by actions, and it's crazy that you hear this all the time, and it used to annoy me so much when someone says, "Kids grow up so fast," and you're like, "I know." But, like, I have an soon to be 18-year-old in a few months, and I was like now I look back and I'm like, "Oh my goodness, it really does." I remember when he was born, like, people tell you all the time it goes by fast, but the moments you're just trying to figure it out that those moments of bedtime for you or whatever they are,
yeah.
those are important, and those don't they go by really
Mm.
fast, you
That's
know?
something that's been hitting me the last couple weeks, like, thinking, like, my son's about to turn 2. A lot of people who had kids around the time that I had my son have already had number 2 or are announcing that they're pregnant with number 2 or they're about to have number 2, whatever, and so I'm thinking a lot like, "Oh my gosh, like, why this isn't even on my radar
And it
right
doesn't have to
now."
be, it's your own journey. How old are you?
I'm 27.
Oh
So I'm
my
still
goodness.
yeah, I'm
I
still
had my
very young.
last child in my mid thir I was actually called geriatric when I had my last
Really?
baby. They
Yeah,
were like, "The
I'm
geriatric patient," and I was like, "Shut up." And it was
like
me.
yeah,
I was like, "That sounds
yeah.
crazy," but yeah, in my
I'm like,
I think I'm
it made me
36.
realize, like, you cannot go back in time ever. Because then I'm like, "He's turning 2," and I was rocking him last night, and I was reading this book, it's like, Who will you be?" or something that was like, "Anything that you will be, like, I will love no matter," and I was like, "I see you right now," and I'm like, that book's been sitting on his bookshelf for so long, and I'm like, "I just love you so much," and then I'm like, I can never like, this day is gone, and, like,
Yeah.
every day like, I can't get this time back, and that's just, like, that kind of freaked me out a little bit. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I'm just" dilly-dallying around like, "Woo, going," and, like, I'm not soaking it all in like I should be. So,
Yeah, you're doing a great job, though. I mean, no one has a manual of raising kids. And then, honestly, the times aren't like they used to be. Like, we need to work, and you don't want to lose yourself. I was a stay-at-home mom for a few um, years back, and I lost myself. So I
yeah.
feel like I am a better mom because I work. So you got to do whatever. You got to make yourself happy,
Yeah. Yeah,
in order to be the best parent you could be.
I could not be a stay-at-home mom, and to all stay-at-home
It's
moms,
hard.
I
So
applaud
hard.
you. Yeah, this work is my, like, escape, and I'm very grateful to be in a job that feels that way.
My husband got licensed, when we had my daughter, and we used to fight. Now he does, like, land sales, so we don't do this anymore because 'cause I'm not easy to work with, but we would fight over who goes to the showing because 'cause I'd be like, "I'm going out. No, I'm going out." And I'm like, "Oh, I can't do this because it's an escape," you know?
I know my husband will be like, "Are you okay if I run to, like, Kroger really quick and get, like, a carton of milk?" And I'm just like, "I can't wait till he after he goes to bed." Like, we live, like, right next to Kroger, and
Yeah.
I'm just you just need a break a minute to, like yeah, I get
Yeah,
that.
it is.
I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
I booked the open house this weekend for, an hour or 2." 'Cause I'm just like, "I
Yeah.
need a minute."
So so I already did this already. I'm gonna hop off in like 2 minutes because I do have a call at
Yep,
2
you're
PM
good.
Central Bar.
Thank you.
And the ability you are when you say 27 too, I wanna go back into if you saw my first show, I don't know if you did, but like she was young, very young, and she's on her way to like a multimillionaire. I think she's 23 years old. Like I love people like you in their 20s who have vision because now in our world, not a lot of people have vision. People are just so easy to get by. If you
Yeah.
can leave it this with one tip or one something to end this with, what would it be?
One tip for just anybody listening.
Anybody listening, it can be for realtors, it can just be how about just for working moms? I don't know, whatever
I
you wanna
would
do. What's an advice?
work hard on drowning out the noise and sitting down with yourself, making sure make sure you give time where you're just by yourself to really focus on you and what you want. I do that every night. I have, like, an hour to myself and just drown out the noise, focus on, like, you gotta be confident in whatever decisions you make. Starting WRSM, I've had people, like, question it and doubt it, and it's been like, "Oh my god, what am I doing? I am setting myself up to potentially be, like, the biggest embarrassment if this doesn't work out," and you just have to keep going, do it for the people that do believe in you, do it for yourself, like, there's
Yourself.
no reason you should not love yourself. You are the only person at the end of the day that you can rely on, and that alone you should respect and love yourself and who you are, and then having that mindset, like, other people will feel that from you, and then you will notice them start to treat you more with respect, if that makes
Yep.
sense.
And yeah, everything you said, I like could not end on a better note because like literally you are incredibly inspiring. And now knowing that you're only 27 even makes it that much more. I'm 42 and I honestly don't even think I found myself until a few years ago fully, which is
Yeah.
so you're on your way to like
Oh,
becoming
thank you.
really, really something big and special. So I don't know. Thanks so
That's
much for
great.
talking. Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me on.